We are back, nerdy. Second half of matches today. Beefsalad versus Tudorule. Who do you think is the edge here? Were you significantly impressed? Were you content with Tudorule's gameplay yesterday, or do you think Beefsalad has the ranked playoffs experience, has the skill to take Tudorule down? We have seen the higher seed win every single match so far.
I'm gonna stick with the higher seed winning. That's what I'm gonna say for now.
Okay.
We're gonna see if this pattern continues. So I'm gonna say Beefsalad takes the W.
I think it's very, very possible, very realistic that could happen. But I've seen a lot of greatness from Tudorule in the what am I trying to say? He didn't play in the qualifiers. In the mid-season showdown, he did well. In the bracket yesterday, he did very well. I think it's going to be a very close match. And nerdy, all I really want is another best of 5. That's all I'm asking for. Another game 5. Obviously, we're playing another best of 5, but getting to another game 5, another seed 5, it's inarguable that the intensity of today, regardless of who you've been rooting for, has just been insane.
I agree completely. I mean, it's just been fantastic gameplay, fantastic back and forth all day, and I'm just really hoping that maintains throughout the rest of these matches today. I do think they will, just simply because these are some great players. Beefsalad and Tudorule, both players we've seen. Well, I guess Tudorule's new to the playoffs, but we've seen him yesterday. And Beefsalad, of course, a little bit of maybe of a dark horse. A little bit of a surprise. I believe got third place. Was it 2 seasons ago?
Third place in season 3. Yep, won the third place match.
So I feel like both these players, very exciting to watch. And then of course later on, Manji versus Silver. That's bound to be a fantastic game. So I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. I'm always excited to be here. Let's throw it over to the player spotlights. Let's just see what Beefsalad statistics are looking like here. Another new stats page, and that's a lot of ranked games played, nerdy. Almost 1,500, getting close to V-Strid numbers here.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's awesome. I love seeing players play that much. I mean, that's how like you say, that's just all that practice. That practice will absolutely pay off, and I feel like ranked is such a good way to improve, right? And I mean, obviously ranked is good to improve for RSG, but for this tournament setting, that is one good thing. But the important thing is, can Beefsalad perform in a tournament setting? There's a lot more nerves, there's a lot more pressure, less games played, right, overall to decide your placement. And so hopefully that practice will pay off. Beefsalad does have some tournament experience, and I will say though, if you're a Tudorule enjoyer, look at that, 14 and 18. So Tudorule actually does have a positive win rate against Beefsalad. Will that transfer in these matches?
Yeah. Only other thing I want to look at before we get into the seed selection is just what Tudorule's average time is, because 11:25 from Beefsalad, not the best we've seen so far. And Tudorule at 11:11, so that is close. And I guess that does show in the win-loss versus opponent a little bit. Tudorule slightly ahead after 32 games, so pretty significant sample size, pretty significant win-loss, but again, pretty even. And all you need to do is lock in on the day when it matters. And when there's playoff nerves, when you can't just queue up again if you lose. If you lose in the playoffs, it's over. You have to wait till next season. You have to qualify for next season as well. So a lot more pressure today than potentially any other day, at least, I mean, for sure for Tudorule, but I mean, Beefsalad has been in this situation once before, but the pressure could be bigger today than it was 2 seasons ago. We'll have to see how his gameplay stacks up. Buried Treasure seed, nerdy. Ruin Portal, Shipwreck Band, so 1 ocean seed, 2 land seeds for these first 3. Buried Treasure, Village, Desert Temple, we will be guaranteed to be seeing in the first 3. No Ruin Portal, nerdy, very sad. We've seen 4 Ruin Portals so far today, and the 4th one I think was the best by far. But does always have that high roll potential to be very, very exciting. Sub-8, sub-7 seeds potentially.
I mean, if we go to that game 4, maybe Beefsalad sees the fear in Tudorule's eyes and chooses the Ruin Portal. So I still think it's possible. I'm holding out hope for more Ruin Portal seeds just because I like them so much. But I mean, Buried Treasure is definitely my second favorite. I just like the fast seeds with I just like the fast seeds. I think that's what I like. They're just the most fun for me on average to watch, I think. And so Buried Treasure, while maybe not quite as fast as a good Rune Portal, I do feel like is a reliable, speedy seed.
Yeah, we'll see how this ends up panning out. Tudorule has the McDonald's not in full screen and has the wacky timer. Is this the chunk? This is double dirt for Tudorule. He's in the wrong chunk.
Oh no.
Beefsalad's still scanning though. So not a crazy amount of time lost. Both these runners think Tudorule has found it. That does look like a very real spike. Beefsalad's still confused though. I think he finds it now, but not a clean BT from either of these runners.
Oh man, and now the guy's in the way here. This is
Drown
not
for
a good start
Beefsalad.
here.
Yeah, he's going to be taking a lot of drowning damage here. And
just possibly
it's
even...
not the best food situation. It's awkward to hunger reset as well. You could just straight up blow yourself up with TNT. It's not the worst play. Down 6 hearts. But I don't think Beefsalad's going to do that. Don't think he's going to overworld hunger reset here. Just going to accept the food time loss, accept the drowned RNG.
And that is all good. I mean, I feel like most of the seeds are decided in the nether, but this is a pretty strong lead for Tudorule, though. I mean, the thing is, they both kind of messed up a little bit, so it's not honestly...
Yeah, Tudorule crafted 40 buttons as well.
What?
So he's off of the island a little slower because he had to mine more logs.
Also, Farmer, I don't know if we noticed this. I'm pretty sure, now I'm realizing, the Tudorule is a McDonald's employee for his skin.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's probably, I mean, is that not, do you think that's going to carry him throughout this tournament?
I mean, it is a very high skill job. The intensity, the pressure behind the line could translate into success in high pressure environments like the NCSR ranked playoffs.
Do you think you get angry villagers to give like cooked steak to?
Well, I think if the villagers were significantly angry, you could be potentially seeing a raw steak situation. Not saying that's the most ethical thing to do, but don't mess with service workers. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, fair enough, Feinberg.
That's like #1 life rule, bro. You don't mess with the people that make your food. You know?
Wow. I mean, that's, I don't know.
I'm just being correct, bro. I will never ever piss off someone who is making my food behind somewhere that I can't see it.
I don't know. Fair enough. You know, that's valid. I agree with that. I think, but man, now I'm a little scared to if you're ever serving me some steak, I'm gonna have to be a little careful. But I digress. We have lots of damage here for Tudorule.
Half a heart, yeah. I know Beefsalad had a little fumble in the overworld as well. Maybe the turning nerve's getting to both of these players.
Yeah,
one heart. Tudorule. Oh, still scary though. This gold cooldown's gonna run out, and this pig might be stupid. Oh, this pig might be stupid. Oh my god, it's so scary. Oh, he's okay.
He's on 4 hearts now. It's honestly not that scary. It's fine. It's good.
I mean, I don't even know how the pig's up there. Like, it's obviously definitely stupid if it's up there. But situation somehow saved. And the Beefsalad food situation from taking drowning damage in the overworld has now been equalized by the Tudorule Bastion damage situation. So both of these runners on extremely low food, 1 cod each. I don't even know if they have salmon left. This might just be an extremely low food situation. Tudorule does have salmon. Beefsalad might as well.
Here we are.
Looking for the fortress. Is a treasure seed, so breaking the bottom spawner is slow. We will see how that pans out. More damage from Tudorule, though. Another piglin mad. Blocks it off. Beefsalad, very flawless Bastion route, though. Had some overworld struggles, but has very much picked it up in the nether. Which is kind of the order that you want to do things in. You'd rather have your gameplay get cleaner and cleaner as the seed goes on, as opposed to making some big fumbles in the middle. We have the obsidian. I think we have everything but the fort location. And Tudorule might be heading to lower treasure to break the spawner. He's not. Tudurule's committing here to a direction. Maybe saw the fort. Still looking. Don't think he did. Maybe could have chosen the wrong direction. It's so hard to tell on these small. Tudorule maybe saw it there at the very end. Looks like he is pretty aggressively pulling in this direction. It is,
There it
yes.
is.
So behind, Beefsalad is heading the same way. So gonna look to see if he's gonna make the same terrain decisions, but Tudorule, couple pearls, maybe 20, 30 seconds ahead of Beefsalad. Assuming Beefsalad can find the fortress. We will see if he can travel the same correct direction.
Oh,
and he does,
wow.
but takes a lot of damage on both those pearls from a skeleton and a ghast. Not
That's
getting
crazy.
the damage window overlaps either. You know, like sometimes you take the damage and
yeah.
it's okay when the pearl comes in within half a second, but it didn't. So Beefsalad now in a bad food situation as well. Even more so. Tudorule creating some modern art around these blazes, trying to lift it up above the soul sand. A lot of room to run on the spawner.
Yeah,
but he handled it.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, got the blaze. Beefsalad at the same spawner, just a cycle or two behind.
We see, yeah, just consistently a little slower than Tudorule this seed. Not anything crazy, not anything like necessarily decisive, but at this point Tudorule does have 5 rods, while Beefsalad is on,
I think 2.
what is it, 2? Yeah, I think it's 2. Maybe this will be 3?
Yeah, I mean, Tudorule just ahead into the fort, playing the same spawner, is bound to be ahead leaving the fort. Going to come down to potentially food management, second portal, terrain management. Tudorule has 7 rods, it looks like, so can just craft all his eyes and leave these behind. I think he has the pearls to do that as well. Bad offsets, though, on the first eye, so has to throw a second one. Not a huge deal. Is some time loss, though. Gets the 100% on those 2. But look at Beefsalad here. 2
really
hearts.
here.
Yeah, 2 hearts, no spare food. So potentially looking to blind early here and hunger reset with a bed in the overworld.
I think that's a smart play. Playing it
But he
safe
only
like
has 17 pearls. So if you're going to burn a pearl here to hunger reset as well, there are some pigs on the ground. Maybe you could opt to get food there. Maybe we'll opt to do both, food there and hunger reset.
And
as
there we are.
Beefsalad just now heading back, or Tudorule just now heading back into the overworld. But he's got his rods. Like I said, he had 7. He left these eyes. He's just going 2 second portal cords. Beefsalad, even if he finishes measuring these eyes, needs another rod at the very least. So Tudorule in the lead here, heading to cords. Digging it down as we speak.
And yeah, just Tudorule's been playing very, very well. Maybe a little bit of a hiccup kind of towards the beginning of the seed, I believe, with the buried treasure. But apart from that, just been playing the seed very cleanly. Meanwhile, Beefsalad just a little bit slower throughout. Nothing too crazy, just a bit behind. But at the end of the day, this could still go either way. We'll have to wait and see with the stronghold in the end.
Tudorule is in. Did get the spike in this direction, trying to fight for this direction. Finds it. Doesn't need the hunger reset. Has a spare pork chop. Explosives are pre-crafted. Looks like 5 bed, 1 anchor at first glance here. So potentially tough on certain heights, but front small boy, one of the most practiced towers. Looking at the dragon in F3, he's going to push 95 on this. Had some good pearls. Is there with a rotation to spare. So it's all up to the timing, all up to the damage, but with 6 explosives, he should be able to get this done. Wacky second bed, though. Not looking amazing here. It's going to be closer than you'd like, especially with an anchor.
Here we go. Oh,
and he doesn't get it off. He doesn't get it off. Damage with the crystal. No. Can he get the other crystal down? No instant damage with the pearl. And he has arrows. Can he craft a bow? He can. So it's a chase down now. Well, Beefsalad zeroing. Tudorule's dragon. It's just healing, though. He needs to get those crystals down. He does. It's going to be close. Connected damage, yes. He has another chance here. More connected damage. And Beefsalad is starting the zero as we speak. Tudorule needs to get this dragon dead now.
I think it's just over, though.
I mean, Beefsalad, he's got one more bed extension, and it is over. And it's over.
Wow.
Beefsalad with the comeback. Successfully hits the zero. 5 explosives. Tudorule couldn't get it done in 6. And that is how our Seed 1 ends. With the dragon on 10% health, if not less.
Wow.
But unfortunately, Nerdy, that's not 0. And Tudorule does take the first L of this best of 5.
Yeah, I mean, that is fantastic stuff from Beefsalad. Honestly, very well played to Tudorule throughout the seed. As you can see, just playing the seed pretty much better throughout. Like, not really letting Beefsalad catch up any time throughout that seed. But then, unfortunately, just not able to close the seed out with the 0, giving Beefsalad the opportunity to do so himself. And as we see, he took advantage of that, taking the first seed for Beefsalad, 1-0, as we move on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean, look at the splits. A majority of that time was lost in the Nether, just based on the BT mistake from both players, but Beefsalad more so than Tudorule, having to deal with the drowned as well, taking some damage. But other than that, very consistent Nether from both players, and just came down to Tudorule not being able to close out that 6 bed. Just a couple mistimed beds, and the anchor at the very end just didn't do enough damage and couldn't chase down the 0. Didn't have a pre-crafted bow. Didn't have a crossbow from the Bastion, and that time that he lost having to craft the bow, having to think about his next steps, could have lost him the seed.
All right.
Let's see. Desert Temple, seed 2. So we're going to have a village, seed 3. 2 very similar overworlds. A lot less food in the Desert Temple compared to the village, though. So potentially food issue on this seed. And I mean, we had a food issue on the last seed on a BT, so very possible that it's an even bigger food issue. Runners need to manage their health, manage the damage taken even more so on Desert Temple seeds sometimes. So we will see how that pans out for these runners as we get into our Desert Temple seed whenever the lobby loads in.
I'm pumped. Another Desert Temple. You know what? It's the seed I would personally ban if I were a runner, just because I feel like, I don't know. If I were going against you, Feinberg, I think you might be a little faster than me on a Desert Temple. That's what I think. But
so,
at the end of the day, it's fun to watch.
I do enjoy a good Desert Temple myself once in a while. Once in a great while. And there it is on both runners' screens. River very close for Flint as well. Potential food from the savannah. No plains nearby for god tier animals. But we will see how the runners handle this situation. I mean, maybe there's just like 5 gaps in the temple, and it doesn't matter. There's 1 in that chest right there. Some diamonds, maybe a diamond pickaxe, 10 iron as well. Tudorule, I think, looking for gravel in this cave. I have no idea where he's going. He does find gravel, though. It's an interesting play because there was just a river. But I like the vision. I like what he's looking for. I don't know if it's better than what Beefsalad's doing, which is just gravel on the surface at a river.
Right.
And which he does get 5 of.
Yeah.
Probably a very time-neutral decision, to be honest. There's the lava pool as well. I think I see some piglins in the... Or not piglins. Oh, my God. Well, I think I see some pigs in the distance.
I mean, they're like probably related or something. I don't know.
If you hit a pig with lightning, it turns into a zombie piglin. And that's pretty close. Because piglins turn into a zombie piglin if they're in the overworld. So there has to be some relation there. They are just
Yeah.
genetically connected there in some way. Like, you're never going to turn a cow into a pig, but you can turn pig into a zombie piglin, piglin into a zombie piglin.
No, I don't know, Feinberg. I don't know. Because think about it. Think about it like this. Ready? Two people can have one kid, and they're both related to that kid, but neither of them are related to each other. So could it be one of those kind of situations? Like maybe a piglin is maybe the mom is a zombie piglin, and the dad is a pig. And then I'm waffling. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna stop talking.
Your mic is on, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I see the vision. The vision,
Guys,
the vision
guys,
was seen.
I feel like I did burn it a little bit, but I feel like if you saw what I was seeing, like I feel like there was a thought there.
I did see the
You know?
vision. Tudorule sees the vision a little harder than Beefsalad in the seed as well. In the Nether first. In the Bastion first, looking like we have a housing here. Actually, I lied. This is stables.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The best bastion. The best bastion, as we've
And
gone
it
over
is
multiple times.
it is one triple. So these runners do know that there is going to be a gap. Tudorule spotting the obsidian there at the upper double. Tudorule digging
And
down as well to the gold. How well do these runners know their triple chest stables? How well can they bring these piglins down to the gap? That's going to be the standard route. I mean, I really don't see either of these players trading just the 4 gold blocks in the triple. So yeah, Tudorule, very nicely played. Beefsalad, same idea there. Just digging a couple blocks in those triple stairs, letting the pigs down to a gap. There it is. Letting them all in as well. Very well played from both runners here.
and yeah, basically very similar pace, which is normal for the bastion. I mean, I feel like the impressive the like if it's post fortress, I feel that's where I'm very impressed if like the splits like remain the same, because I feel like entering, the overworlds being similar, we see that all the time. The bastions entering the fortress being similar, okay, it's a little bit more rare. But I feel like once you start to, also leave the fortress, maybe if you're blinding at the same time, which
A
doesn't
lot more
necessarily
like
matter.
terrain decisions, a lot more variance and like
Yeah.
preemptive, going to the stronghold. There's a lot more. It is where the seed, and it starts to get more intense too from a player perspective. You get more pressured by seeing the opponent's splits. You're closer to the end of the seed, trying to play as fast as you possibly can.
Right.
Because in this day and age, it is 2024 nerdy. Most ends, if not almost all of them, are zeroable in some way or another. So if you're entering the end more than 20, 30 seconds after your opponent, it's maybe not catch upable at all. It's not gone are the days of everybody waiting for a perch, and maybe you could just cope and get a little luckier. Most runners can zero almost all ends, whether it be a normal zero or ground zero. Obviously, depends on the materials and all that, but mounts the pressure even more near the end of seeds. And Tudorule, I think he's on 19 obsidian. We do have a diamond pick, so I mean, waiting for 20 is still the play, especially if he's waiting for something else. Don't have to mine 1 obsidian. It is just time save. But he is leaving the bastion. Same time Beefsalad is, though. Pearling some very similar directions. Unlucky pearl from Beefsalad. Tudorule dealing with some hoglins. Both runners having their own struggles. Where is the fortress? Tudorule finds it to the left here. Very committal pearl. Beefsalad sees the same exact terrain, throws the same exact pearl. Just a few seconds behind here. Similarly to how the first seed went. Tudorule in the fortress first.
We get 3 strays here for Tudorule. That is definitely a good start for him. Make that 4. Meanwhile,
Beefsalad strays of his own, though. I think Beefsalad, this is potentially his 3rd stray as well. So pretty even there. And correct me if I'm mistaken, if anyone knows more than I do on the specific filter. Obviously, again, didn't code ranked. That shout out goes to Redline. But I think the strays are standardized in a way that, like, not where they spawn, because that's just kind of impossible to do, but the actual strays themselves that spawn. So I think, like, if you get 4 stray mobs, I get 4 stray mobs, they're both going to be like Blaze, Wither Skeleton, Blaze for both players. Right. Obviously, the location won't be the same, but both runners there, you can't really get too screwed over one way or the other by the actual stray mobs themselves. So some good standardization as well. Both runners getting very similar blaze strays. But I think Beefsalad got one less, so definitely could matter when you think about, spawner cycles. If you're just one blaze off of your last rod, that could be 30, 40 seconds sitting in a spawner.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We will see Beefsalad 6 rods, though. Tudorule as well, 6 rods. So Tudorule, I think, just a few seconds ahead here on the measurement split. Maybe going to come down to 2 eyes. Tudorule has to throw 2 eyes, yeah. Will Beefsalad have to throw 2? No, Beefsalad's throwing 1. Taking the boat. But he's picking up the eye, and he's actually leaving this measurement split earlier. Tudorule is pre-crafting. Don't know if Beefsalad has any pre-crafting, but look at this, Nerdy. 2 obby has to be mined for Beefsalad. He did not wait for 20 obsidian. Look at this time loss. He has to sit here 10, 15 seconds. Tudorule's leaving.
There we go. I mean, it's just time safe. It's just raw time safe here for Tudorule.
Yeah, and maybe it was correct for Beefsalad to leave early, but wasn't able to overlap that obsidian mining with anything at the spawners.
Right.
So Tudorule is heading to second portal chords faster. Again, like last seed, but can he continue that lead into the end, into a successful 0 cycle?
Because, yeah, that's just 20 seconds behind now. And, I mean, that's enough to completely decide the match, assuming that the rest is linear and consistent here. I mean, obviously, there could be a weird stronghold. There could be a weird 0. There's a lot of things that could go weird here.
Nerdy. Interesting. Different chords. Both players, different chords. I think Beefsalad mismeasured. Or he misread his chords a crazy amount. Beefsalad was at 170 on the X, and now he's cutting back to 220. So a lot of time loss on this nav. Tudorule already in the portal room. If he wasn't ahead already, he is now.
There we go. Now, can Tudorule close out this seed? That's the question.
Didn't get the 0 in the last seed. More explosives this time, though.
And it's like pretty similar pace, I would say, roughly at least.
Going for offset on 95, so this crystal will not be breaking. He's got the anchors on the right side as well, so no chance of the crystal breaking. A nice double bed there. Going to go for another double bed. And the Dragon's dead for Tudorule. Very clean 5 bed. Very nice. And gets the free the end advancement, so Beefsalad knows it's the beginning of the end for his time in the second seed. And the series is tied up 1-1. No 0 cycle choke from Tudorule. Is able to convert the faster end enter into a win. And a sub 10 Desert Temple seed. Very well done. Very well done.
And I mean, I hate to say it, but Tudorule's playing really well right now. That last seed, messing up the 0, I mean, first of all, it was close. Like, it's not like a complete fail. But Beefsalad is just, once again, just a little bit behind. This time it was kind of more additive throughout each split, as you can see. Kind of slowly losing time here, maybe gaining a little bit entering the fortress, but unfortunately finding the stronghold, like you said, just mismeasuring or going the wrong direction, and unfortunately losing a lot of time there. And at the end of the day, we can see Tudorule taking a commanding lead in that seed and able to finish it out with the 0.
Yeah, and with that, Nerdy, we are ready to go into our full analysis segment of this match. Potentially first of 2. We have seen 2 full analysis segments in both of them. And Nerdy, I'm down for the game 5s. I'm down for all these to go the distance. But we're going to see what Fulham has to break down for us from these first 2 seeds, anything that we missed, anything these runners can do to improve their gameplay and close out this best of 5. So we'll throw it over to Fulham and be back in just a second.
A very interesting first 2 seeds across this match. I apologize, I've not even been able to change the matchup text between these 2 games. We have just had our first matches of Tudorule versus Beefsalad, and what a fantastic set of matches they were. Let's talk about the few things that the commentators did miss. Now, this was a pretty cut and dry 2 seeds. Let's be honest here. The mistakes that were made were big and monumental in some cases. There was almost a mistake in Seed 1 from Tudorule in this exact spot where he was down to 1 HP twice within just a few seconds of each other. And with a stray pig at the top of this bastion, it could have spelt disaster at the start of Seed 1. Maybe a little bit of nerves coming into play here. You know, one of the first times that Tudorule has had to deal with this sort of stuff. Beefsalad, obviously a tiny bit more experienced with ranked playoff matches. However, those nerves may have come back to bite when it came to the end fight. With just a slither of health left on the dragon and a short tower, an attempt to try and chase the dragon down was futile and unable for Tudorule to see out the seed even after an advantage heading into the end. His opponent, Beefsalad, was able to pick back up the pace and successfully hit the 0 cycle, seeing out the seed, the very first seed, with a big mistake from Tudorule there. It was unfortunate. The dragon was almost dead, but almost isn't enough in a seed like this. A very clean crossbow from Beefsalad here, and with another crossbow, only 3 rotations required to kill the dragon here. On our second seed, a small thing that we didn't spot from the commentators was the fact that I believe that Beefsalad took a tiny little stumble into a cave here, which did lose him a decent chunk of time in the overworld, and that unfortunately led him to his demise throughout this seed. Little stumble here down into this cave, losing a little bit of health, losing a little bit of time, having to pillar back out of this cave, even if it is just 10-15 seconds. That time adds up into maybe extra time having to try and get more food because of your health, and having to take a slightly different terrain to get to the lava pool. Furthermore, 20 seconds spent mining this obsidian here did cause him to be further delayed, maybe trying to leave the bastion early because of the overworld mistakes, maybe because he knew he was behind, wanted to try and push the leave to be slightly earlier, taking a little bit of an extra risk here. But traveling in a slightly incorrect direction to head to his second portal coords that the commentators did pick up on here. Heading slightly too far in the negative X direction at around about 170. He needed to turn left here. Instead, pushing further, trying to find better terrain to do so, but it doesn't really help him out. Needs to heavily go left, and eventually he does. Tries to find some decent terrain here, and almost does something, but unfortunately, Tudorule is already in the stronghold and was able to finish off the seed number 2 pretty comfortably in the lead, holding the lead from the overworld all the way through. I think that Tudorule had a little bit of nerves going into that first game. We saw the shaky Bastion route and the shaky 0 cycle, but in that second seed, Tudorule really took his advantage from the overworld into the Bastion, into the fortress, into the stronghold, into the end, and with every split, played really, really strongly throughout. So, I'm going to send you guys back over. Let's see what happens in these next 2 seeds for Tudorule and Beefsalad. Nerdy and Feinberg, take it away.
Very, very well recapped as always. I mean, it's just going to come down to if Beefsalad can pick up the pace a little bit. Like you said, Nerdy, looking at the splits, Tudorule just been slightly ahead both times, and it's just the only reason why he lost seed 1 was that 0 choke. But he's been in the driver's seat both of these seeds, and Beefsalad's got to step it up. I don't know what specifically has to change, but something does. I think we're getting into a village here. Very nice.
And I mean, I think this, let's see. I'm trying to think about the food situation. I feel like both the other seeds, I don't think food has really been too much of an issue. We've definitely had some seeds where the food decisions have been pretty impactful. And I'm curious to see if because that's kind of what I want to focus on this seed, is see if we see runners go for the food chests. As remember last seed in the village, Ral was killing sheep while Oxy just got food from the food chest. So I feel like that's been the main decision making and sort of impact that we've seen with villages, but we will have to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, as long as these runners can avoid like insane amounts of damage comboing together to die. I mean, village seeds are generally very safe, and it's just it's about like, can you find that food? We saw in Rel vs. Oxyrel not able to find that one house with the food chest in the village. So definitely still room for variance in these overworlds, variability where you're getting the food. There's carrots in the farmland, there's hay bales, there's food chests, there's obviously mobs a lot of the time in plains that you can get picked up on, and we're in a savannah village, so
Wow.
there actually is
like-
no carrots. Pretty rare.
Are Savannah blacksmiths more rare, or am I just making this up? For some
They are,
reason, I
yeah.
think they are. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So that makes sense why we don't see them very often, because we do need that blacksmith, of course, for it to be qualify as a ranked seed. We've got lots of hay bales, though.
Yeah. Let's see what's in this blacksmith. 8 iron pickaxe. So going to need a lava pool. And no shears craft from Beefsalad. I think it's a good play. Shears definitely annoying on acacia trees. You can find the occasional oak tree, and you really only need one to get enough leaves. Get 30, 40 leaves, and it'd be enough. But it is still just awkward, especially having to mine cobble for the stone axe. And it is a acacia village, so there's not great cobble access. Beefsalad, waters the lava, and that's not good because he is wood lighting here. Wow. So water spilling into his lava pool, not ideal here. Tudorule finds a room portal. Wow. Is that looting?
What the? I don't know what that is. He didn't take it. He didn't
take it.
I got so excited. That would have been crazy.
I have no idea. But this is big difference, Nerdy. Tudorule has a light, so Beefsalad has to wait on this wood light. We saw this happen to Silver yesterday, but he doesn't. It's been woodlit.
Wow.
Getting more wood before he enters, though, so Tudorule's still a little ahead here because didn't have to burn all this wood for the wood light.
Getting value from that ruined portal. I guess the gold pick, right?
Gold pickaxe.
I think that's all.
Gold boots.
Gold boots are nice.
On fire. Not a good start from Beefsalad in this seed. At all.
Yeah.
Needs to be able to lock it in and bounce back. Down on food. Look at this. 8 bread for Beefsalad. 21 bread for Tudorule. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is ugly. Look at this. Look at this bastion.
Wow.
This is ugly. Tudorule dead. Full lava burning.
Oh, wow.
And Beefsalad has to deal with this somehow. This is something.
So I wonder, if you're Tudorule here, do you think it's possible to rerun the seed, right? And stop the lava from entering the bastion? Do you think that's possible? I don't know if it is. It looks like it's probably not. But if you could get that done, I do think that could make up some time here.
Yeah, you could 2RD and then try to enter above and block it off. I mean, Beefsalad got the same lava here. He was a bit slower entering the bastion, so it was a little more visible. I think Tudorule definitely still just either walked into the lava or got pushed in. I don't think it's entirely a victimless crime there as to why Tudorule died. But definitely still unlucky.
And speaking of death, oh my goodness. Beefsalad scaring me too here. On 2.5 hearts now, healing up to 4.5, but...
He is okay, though.
And...
we will see... Yeah, I mean, again, Tudorule could play this differently. I think if he's aware, it's potentially correct to enter on Tourdy and try to stop that lava, because Beefsalad's not going to have that many piglins.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking here. Maybe you can just make up time there.
Yeah. I think I see the vision. Does he see the vision?
I don't think he's going. He might just try and run for it.
He could just try to book it up, yeah, or just kind of be aware. It is definitely something that's hard to think of in the moment, especially if you are obviously tilted from dying in something that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, it looks like he is trying to beat the lava here.
Can he do it?
Oh yeah, look how slow this is.
Oh, it's kind of not in the... No!
Oh!
Did he get it? I don't know.
No, he didn't get it.
No.
He didn't get it. He needed to catch it earlier.
I mean,
He
that's
didn't.
still better.
I mean, like, it's not on the stairs anymore, but these piglins still are not going to pass through the wall of lava. So he tried his best, but he couldn't block it off.
Yeah.
Maybe could have, again, saved that with 2RD.
He's dead again. Oh, no, he's not. He's okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I thought that was
Barely.
a guaranteed death.
And Beefsalad already added double spawner here.
Here
I
we
mean,
go.
it just could, too many mistakes for Tudorule on this seed,
I think so,
unfortunately.
yeah.
There was a line there for a second if he was able to save that lava, but Beefsalad didn't lose that much time to it. There were still enough piglins to get the trades done somewhat quickly. And, I mean, he's already at a double spawner in this fort. Seed's already progressing so fast. Unfortunately, not looking good for Tudorule fans. So we will see, though. Still a lot of seed left to play. Beefsalad could still choke 0, could still die in this fort. Anything could still happen. But
Yeah, I mean, this is looking really good for Beefsalad.
Beefsalad prone into prone
Wow.
to zombie piglins. Did Beefsalad did he play for a task overlap? I'm not sure where he's going. What this idea is here. He pearled away from the fort on 7 rods. He might have overlapped his trades. Yeah, he did. Piglin's still trading. So he left on 1 fire res.
Smart play.
And there it is. Yeah, he's got the pearls. He's got some string. I don't know if it's more than 32, but very smart overlap there. Oh, and barely not letting in the zombie piglins. Yeah, he has to be very careful here. Those are going to be aggroed for the entire nether, basically. But he's got the trades done. Can craft a couple of golden apples if he wants to. Went back to get that obby and the pearls. And yeah, I think he has a lot of string. Nimbot's kind of covering side of the inventory, but he might have a stack and a half. I can't tell. There's something that says 64 behind Nimbot, and in my head, I feel like it's string. It's not. No, he just has 32. So does still need more explosives.
Maybe what's he doing here? Okay, he's going for a pearl hang.
Pearl hang is second portal cords, yeah. Trading for the extra gold there.
Ooh. Honestly, this is looking pretty sketchy.
I mean, he does know that Tudorule did just enter the fort, so it's not necessarily the wrong play to try to leave now and half bow, but I don't even think he has the explosives to half bow, is the thing. He has 2 beds, 2 anchors. He might be trying to push for 0. So I think he's just leaving off the gold that he has here. I think he's going to have to half bow. But again, he is so far ahead that I think it's not that big of a deal. Especially the heads up play, being able to task overlap those trades. It's a very smart decision from Beefsalad.
Meanwhile, looks like Tudorule is doing a good job staying in this game, at least to an extent. Gonna measure eyes now. Maybe able to... Ooh, no, a desert. I was gonna say maybe able to get some
some food. Oh, sheep for sure for 0 materials. That could be the difference maker. But Beefsalad is on cords. So Tudorule still has a long way to go in this seed. Starter for Beefsalad. I think it's a 2 bed, 2 anchor situation.
Wow, yeah. Unfortunate.
And it's a mine shaft as well, so potentially annoying preemptive here. But he finds it.
And now maybe able to close out this seed.
Yeah, overhang spawn, but not that big of a deal. Again, not zeroable. Doesn't even have explosives pre-crafted. Potential mistake there. I don't know if he has a crossbow. Crafted too much wood or too much wool. So can't half bow. And Tudorule is catching up, Nerdy. He is at second portal cords.
I'm very impressed by this.
2 bed, 2 anchor from Beefsalad.
I mean, this could totally go with it being a one cycle here. This could absolutely go in Tudo's favor, unless that's a snap right there, which it looks like.
Ooh, no snap though.
No, yeah, I thought I got
And
baited by that one.
Tudorule might be in a different stronghold.
Oh, interesting.
Trying to hit the preemptive wasn't as clear as Beefsalad's. See where he's headed here. Finds the
There it
portal
is,
room.
though.
That might be the snap for
Think
Beefsalad,
the
though.
snap-
Looking at the dragon movement, it is. So unfortunately, nothing Tudorule can do. Not enough time made back up.
Yeah, just that death.
2 bed, 2 anchor. Ooh. Clean enough anchors from Beefsalad to be able to finish it off with the axe here. First one cycle with an axe we've seen all playoffs. Unfortunately, Tudorule 0 cannot be showcased.
GG.
Yeah. Not
As
sure
we
if
go-
Tudorule would have hit the 5 explosive. Was close, but we don't get to see it happen. Just too much time loss. Getting to the fortress, dying in lava in that bastion. Just unfortunate on that staircase that he ended up stumbling into the lava.
I mean, look at that though. Well, it's a little weird. I was gonna say he saved a lot of time if you compare the 224 to the 51 entering the stronghold, but there was of course the fact that Beefsalad
Did
overlapped.
task overlap,
So-
yeah.
So it's a little weird, but in either case, I feel like Tudorule did play the seed quite fast, considering that he took the death. And so what it feels like to me is that Beefsalad is just being more consistent right now, whereas Tudorule is just being a little bit faster overall. And so the question I think then becomes, can Tudorule just have that consistency, or can Beefsalad, just keep being consistent? Keep zeroing every. Well, I guess it didn't zero as a seed, but consistency
It
with the
has the
zeros.
materials too, yeah.
Exactly, and I think that's what this match seems like it's coming down to. But we'll have to wait and find out.
I mean, yeah, but again, though, Tudorule was ahead on the overworld and just stumbled in the bastion, and that was sort of all the time lost in the seed that Beefsalad needed to win. But Tudorule's been playing, I think, faster still. All 3 seeds, like, almost came back on the seed, even with the very, very significant death, a full seed reset of like 2.5 minutes.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, let's see what the seed pick is like. Any of the 5 seed types, Tudorule's gonna pick Shipwreck. It is
Interesting.
what Beefsalad banned.
Yeah, that's interesting. Making your opponent a little scared. I like it. I like it. Yeah. I mean, I think that makes sense. We've talked about this a lot before. It doesn't necessarily have that much of an impact, but I think you can maybe get in your opponent's head a little bit with the picks, and yeah, I think that's what Tudorule went for, and we'll have to see.
Exactly. I mean, like, why not, Again, most of the seed is determined in the nether, in the end, in the post-blind splits. But if you can get in their head, I like this pick from Tudorule. And if he's able to get in Beefsalad's head, we could see another Game 5 dirty. Our third of the day, our third in a row. But we could also see a Beefsalad 3-1 if he keeps that momentum up. Let's see.
And here we are.
Can these
Tudorule.
runners find the Shipwreck? Both had troubles finding the BT earlier, but Shipwreck spotted for both players.
Bam, there we are.
Nice Shipwreck as well. Can get wood in here. Maybe is the correct play. You only have 8 iron. Might be the play to get wood in here, but both runners committing back to the island. Don't hate the play either. Can get a stone axe. No shears iron though. But it is
That's
just
unfortunate.
nicer. And it is more wood more conveniently for blocks as well in a situation when you cannot make shears. Probably almost always correct to go back to the island in this situation. Don't dislike the play here. Wow. Tudorule dug down on gravel for a stone.
I guess
So it
that's
has
nice.
flint already. It really won't matter. There is just gravel everywhere
Yeah,
in cool
yeah.
ocean floors, obviously. Just a silly little interesting time situation. And I guess he's able to get pork chops off the island here. He has 2 pork chop,
Right.
3. I mean, still a decent amount of food in the seed, but that could matter. It is obviously slower that he's picking it up, but it is more food. Wonder if he will go kill the other pig or just be okay on that pork chop, and he's going to be okay on that pork chop. And it obviously also matters a lot more, like what is in the suspicious stew. Is it saturation? Sure. Is it poison? It can't be poison in ranked. Is it blindness? Is it weakness and you eat it in the fort?
Saturation,
and then, like,
those are so good. Oh man, I remember back in the day, the dandelions. Oh
dandelion strat.
Oh man, I did really enjoy that just because it was so satisfying. The way that I mean, we'll see maybe potentially in this seed, the amount that you can heal is just absurd. It's absurd.
Yeah, I mean it's the best food source in the game for a reason. The only downside is it doesn't stack.
Yep.
But if this is a saturation stew, that's good for Beefsalad enjoyers as he doesn't have the pork chops that Tudorule has.
Right.
He's
knocked
making
by the
his way
skeleton.
to the Bastion. Yeah, any damage that Beefsalad takes here is potentially very, very important. As we make our way to this housing Bastion, can Beefsalad grab armor from this chest to be safe? He can. Get some obsidian as well. Safely looting this chest. And then we'll proceed to aggro the piglins down for this top-down route. Tudorule has to deal with a skeleton maybe? A ghast maybe? A lot happening on his screen. Eats the stew. It's blind. It's night vision.
Night vision.
He could I know that you can do blindness flashing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, dead.
Takes another death. That right there. That could be the decisive factor.
Skeleton combo, gas combo, ate the sus stew, played aggressive, didn't fully wait for the heal up, and didn't right click that piglin on the staircase. That was the nail in the coffin.
Wow.
Didn't get that distraction gold out in time. Piglin was a successful gatekeeper of the Bastion gold today. And potentially a successful gatekeeper of Tudorule's journey into the ranked playoffs bracket. We will have to wait and see. But that could be the writing on the wall.
60 Nabi here for Beefsalad. Definitely looking good.
Yeah, and I mean, not an absurd death from Tudorule. His stuff is still here. Assuming he doesn't die again while retrieving it, there will be piglins on the stuff, of course. So he does have to be a little careful. But if he can get some maybe gold armor, push through. Man. He's looking to push through here. Not sure if he grabbed a pickaxe or anything. We'll see. He did. So stuff is still there. Unfortunately, Nerdy, all the pork chops that he got are currently in possession of the piglins' inventories.
Oh my goodness.
All of the food, he can kill the piglins at the end to get it back if he thinks about it. But the extra food that he got in the overworld is now completely useless. And Beefsalad already on its way to the fort.
I didn't even know piglins picked up food.
Yeah, and that honestly might throw a big wrench in our piglin, zombie piglin relation theory, Nerdy.
True.
That's a big issue.
That would be pretty bad if they were related.
Do you not get it back?
Oh, I guess it makes sense because the hoglins.
Yeah, well, it is because the hoglins. I thought, oh my god, look at what Beefsalad's two wither skellies in the boat. Oh my god.
I mean, it works.
Dude, looks like he's playing back, man. He's got to go bring one of those to the end. Got it in a boat. Kills the third one. Yeah, maybe you can't get the pork chop back. I know if you drop piglins like a golden apple. Oh, off the fort. Oh, he's good.
What a clutch. That was
very,
very nice. I mean, it didn't matter necessarily because he did have fire res, but still saved some time.
Save some time, yeah. Tudorule cooking fish. I don't even know where. It's okay.
Falling into the lava. It's all good. Taking a dive.
Nerves definitely getting to these runners. A lot of mini micro mistakes here. 2 hearts for Beefsalad. Ate his last bread. That's the last food. If there's a wither skeleton on him, he's okay though.
Oh, here we go. More blazes. How many is that? Is that like 3
Another
rods, I believe?
spawner too, I think, behind him that he just triggered. Yeah. So it's played the strays and now playing 2 spawners here.
We've got some furnace from Tudorule here. That's
Yeah,
something you
he's
don't see
smelting
very
some
often.
cod. I really don't know where he even got the cod. But it has been smelted. And he is now soul speed 3ing his way to the bastion, or the fortress, I should say. But Beefsalad Nerdy just so far ahead, 6 rods by the time Tudorule's even entering the fort.
Yeah, that's not what you like to see if you are rooting for Tudorule here, as Beefsalad seems to be just taking a commanding lead at this point. All the zero stuff, I mean, that's just, again, less room for Tudorule
Yeah,
to come
but
back.
there's some shakiness here. Look, he's got to build up to take 5 hearts of fall damage. Doesn't even take the full 5
Oh
for this hunger
no.
reset because he doesn't want to burn pearls. Only 6 left after the eye crafts for 0. So has to get the hunger reset in. Still has to measure 2 eyes. This is an artistic tower here. Soul sand gravel alternation.
Wow, yeah.
Throws 1 eye, very confident in the 1 eye. Didn't break, so is able to leave and sees 1 cow here. If there's, anything more than 1 steak, it's good enough. And there's 2, so should be fine with no more hunger resets throughout this seed. But he is heading to second portal cores. Tudorule has a lot of work to catch up, and honestly, probably not enough time.
That being said, we've seen a lot of messed up like zeros today. It is possible. I mean, that's kind of the win condition here for Tudorule, I think. Or
He's got
maybe
7
just
rods. He can leave the eye. It's in the mountains, so he's definitely going to be leaving that one. Gets a barely good enough measurement on the second one, barely around the terrain.
I like it. I like
Oh,
it.
needs to throw a third, though. Additional
that
extra time
consistency,
loss
yeah.
as Beefsalad building to cores right now. He is
Is it
getting there.
possible?
Tudorule has to pick up one of these eyes, and he does. Now he can leave. Beefsalad in the stronghold, hopefully. He is.
Yes.
Got an insta spike. Maybe heard. Yeah, here's Silverfish. I see it on the subtitles. Some word that I can't read, and then Silbay fish. So I'm assuming that's Silverfish.
Yeah, I mean that might be.
And there it is. 2 eye, so has 3 pearls still. Going for the 0, and this could be the end of our game 5 streak, Nerdy.
Yep.
Front
Can
cage,
Beefsalad close out the 0?
little shaky with his blocks, but can easily get to 91 and still 95, I think. Going to 95, yep. There with a rotation to spare.
Lots
Just
of
needs
beds.
good damage on the beds, yeah. Going for a double bed potentially on beds 4 and 5. He is so
Wow.
close to dying. Just needs this 1 bed to get off, and it does. And that's
There's
a
a GG.
3-1 victory for Beefsalad. Very nicely done. Breaking our game 5 streak, but just well played.
Yep.
Didn't take a death in the Bastion. That's unfortunately what lost Tudorule 2 out of 3 of these seeds, Ernie. It's just Bastion deaths. 1 to Lava, 1 to Piglins, and Beefsalad able to consistently play, not make the same mistakes, and win the seeds. Even though, look at that, Tudorule saving time from Nether to Bastion Enter, saving time from Fortress to Stronghold Enter. But too much time loss from the death.
Yeah, just really I think unfortunate for Tudorule here. I mean, did showcase a lot of skill obviously throughout this tournament and even today of course with consistent pace. But Beefsalad's consistency is what took the W today. And I mean, we've seen this a lot in multiple games where it's just that consistency at the end of the day that that pays off, you know? And Beefsalad, I think, very deserved win, very well played, and I'm excited to see what we have up next.